what your favorite Noobs in Combat skin says about you, version 5.6.5. Alright, first up is the American skin. If you have the American skin, you're most likely either a completely new player to the game or a noob. Or if you really are the true American stereotype, you will definitely use the skin. Next up, we have the British. The British are pretty much the same as the Americans. If you live in Britain, you will definitely also be a beginner, but also you probably have more experience because there are less people in Britain who play this game, and that basically means you are better at the game. Also, this means that you are also a very funny dude because British people generally are funny. You really like biscuits and teas as well, trust me, you really do. Next up we have the Japanese. The Japanese is like very veteran-like, somewhat German, just like veteran C, German C, whatever. You want to look cool. You definitely have experience in gameplay on this game. Of course, not a lot of people play this game from Japan, so you're definitely going to be American or something if you are playing this. You really love kamikazing your planes. You always forget to refuel them. That is one big mistake. Mistake. That's one big mistake that a lot of Japanese players that use the skin make. Trust me, I see it a lot of times. I see them spam helicopters, they all fall and they just rage quit. Otherwise, the skin just has like low material, low grade looking like stuff, so it's really just a veteran kind of look of a skin. Otherwise, respects to you. Germany. One of the best skins in Noobs in Combat. Overall, this skin is very solid. It has really good looking tanks. It has like decent camouflage. It makes it look World War II and modern. It matches with the unit pictures, which is the biggest reason why I used to use Germany as my skin. Because it's very good. Most intermediate players use this. Basically, you're an intermediate player who likes to basically just match their unit with the pictures on the front of their unit screen thingy. Overall, very solid skin. You're an intermediate player. Respects to you. Alright, so this one might be a bit controversial, but I'm just gonna say it. I used to use a skin. Yes, I know I'm guilty, but I just wanted to see what it does, and it does its job. But I don't use it anymore. I use Brazil. Don't worry, I am saved by God. Do not worry about me. Anyways, if you use a skin, you really like women, and you like to watch porn. Alright, so this one, Italy. It looks like shit, I'm not joking. It's just brown, brown, brown. Otherwise, it's just wood. You are very old. You like the mustache. You like the style of brown. You like wood. You like outdoorsy stuff. You like to play on forest maps. And you really like pizza. Also, I couldn't help but notice that if you have the skin, you probably have a really dark secret that if you told, you'll probably get arrested for 20 years in jail. I'm just saying, it just looks like you did that if you do use the Italian skin, or you're just very Italian and you live in a mafia and it isn't 20 years, it's something like less, I don't know, something like that. Now we have here the Soviets. The Soviets is probably one of the most unique soldiers, other than the Nico, in Noobs in Combat. First of all, their skin looks pretty decent. It actually looks pretty cool. They have like actual latchets under their chins. They have AKs. They have the very nice color red. You really like the color red if you use communism. Also, you like communism because it's better than democracy. And you really like the cold. And your accent probably has some Russian in it. Alright, now we have probably one of the most underrated skins, the French skin. Not necessarily how it looks. Honestly, it is kind of underrated. But honestly, not just on its looks, but also on how the player is playing on the French. Because as we all know, you are very short. You guys are very short. I'm not joking. You guys are under 5 feet, but you are very Neapolic, whatever that is. So that means you are very aggressive, so you really like offense. You really like to use very smart tactics. Your tanks are very nice looking. They're like cute, they're blue. You really like the color blue, of course. And you're probably a fan of Neapolitan, Napoleon. And also, you really, I can't think of anything. Really, and you, okay, I can't think of anything. But I do know for sure that this is probably a default in France, and that probably means most players who start this game in France are probably beginners, although the good players who use the skin are very good. Alright, this one's gonna be easy. You're probably a Gen Alpha who has brain rot, and you really think you are special. Now here's the interesting skin. So, if you use the skin, you're probably one of IKEA's secret agents who are sent to play Roblox all day. Trust me on this, it's true. You do like the color blue as well, but not in a cute manner, because France's looks more cute because it's bright or whatever, but this one, you just like the color blue, there's nothing else. You may be Sweden, that's why you may have chose this, or maybe it's because this guy has cool glasses. But overall, I think you're just but in general, I think you are an IKEA employee, or even worse, a secret agent IKEA employee. Okay, so if you have this skin, you definitely are a pro at this game. You have spent hours, centuries, millennials on this game just to get this skin. And now you completed the game, you don't know what the hell to do. You probably have Radio Man. Alright, so the UN, United Nations, is actually a pretty cool skin. Not only you are good at the game, but also it just looks sick, man. You are a peacekeeper, a peace officer, whatever. You like peace no matter what. Peace is your priority. And you really like the color white. No way you don't like the color white if you have blue helmeted, blue things on your soldiers, and you also have white tanks and everything like that. And it also says the word UN on, so it makes it look like you just took it right out the factory without spraying anything on it.
It just looks sick, but also, it's probably one of the best manipulation techniques in the game, because if you play PvP for some reason, which I don't, people are going to think you have surrendered your vehicle, or they can't see your surrendered vehicle, so you are actually a mastermind by using the skin, because by using the skin, you can trick people to thinking, this isn't neutral, this isn't captured, because they're both white, and you're not going to notice except that the UN is not there, but they're not going to see it. So this is the best, theoretically, the best skin in the game, because it does make it tricky to see the difference.
The Hungarian skin, I can't really tell who you are. That is the thing. You're probably an intermediate player, average, Noobs in Combat player, average, everything. You're all the stereotypes in one. You're the most average person in the world if you use the skin, which makes you averagely unique. That's all I can say. I don't know what to say. Although you do look pretty cool in forest maps and human environments. Alright, so this is the last skin. I'm gonna make it quick so you guys don't have to watch another minute. This skin is basically for more advanced players. If these guys, if you're good at the game, you're probably gonna be using the skin, because it is probably the best green camo skin ever in Noobs in Combat that you can use. It's pretty cheap at 100, 200 diamonds, I don't know. Just like all the others, it's not like the guest where it's just like 500,000 tokens, which is crazy. And for some reason, there are, I guess we'll say, special characters on the screen. Goodbye.